Hey everybody, hey, I know, it's wacky, I know. I got this hat for the summer this summer. You know, when you're laid on top like I am, you gotta have something to protect you from the sun, and I can't be wearing my black Beatles cap there, help related cap there, or my corduroy one, because it just doesn't fit for the summer. You know what I mean? It's warm out there, 80 something plus degrees, so you can't do it. So I said, I gotta get something for the summer. You know, I've got a couple other hats, and some of them you get like, that's not me or whatever. And I don't even know if this is me, but I saw it at the store and I liked it. I've been wearing it for my last few videos. And then I was in the store and I found these, and I said, whoa, those will match my new hat for the summer. So, hey, why not, you know? So I know it's a little wacky look, but, you know, I get wacky sometimes. So anyway, that's what I decided to do. I decided to go with the white glasses with the white hat today. Okay, I did something crazy. Let me get back on track here. I did something crazy, something I wouldn't normally do. 5 years ago, a Beatles release came out that it seemed on the surface like a great release to me, but there was something about it that prevented me from getting it at the time. And that is this famous, the Beatles, the US albums, and I've got the paper on that. I want to take that off here. Remember this thing? Who remembers this box set from 2014? On the 50th anniversary of the Beatles' arrival in America. Apple label there, Beatles time. Who remembers this, okay? 5 years ago, 5 long years ago. And then here's the little slip paper that came over under the shrink wrap. Okay? Well, I got it, folks. I did not get it 5 years ago because why? Well, I think you all know why, and I know I'm way late to the party. I'm sure that, you know, you've all heard about this thing. You have all had this thing for 5 years. I'm sure 5 years ago, whoever was on YouTube then, like Joe, me, Mr. Mayo, and was Marv here? I don't remember who was here 5 years ago because I wasn't. But I'm sure they talked about this. I'm sure they've shown theirs. And it's a beautiful package, folks. But I have to admit, back in 2014, I did not get it because of the mixes. The mixes, they were not the original US album mixes as I remember them from when I was a kid. And we've all talked about this before, so I'm not going to go into a big dissertation about the mixes. Just let me say, my understanding is that the mixes on these things were not the original US mixes. They were from the 2009 remasters that were done for the Beatles CD reissues 10 years ago. Does that make sense? If I'm off a little bit, let me know, but I'm pretty sure they're not the ones I would want from when I was a kid. Okay, so that's the reason I'm not getting that. I'm not getting that. And I didn't. I did pick up a couple of the random solo CDs, like I showed you in my Yesterday and Today video. I did get the Yesterday and Today one because that wasn't part of the original Capitol. Here, I'll show you these real quick here. The Capitol Albums Volume 1 and the Capitol Albums Volume 2. Alright, these came out years earlier. And the packaging wasn't as elaborate, but you got 8 albums. And the mixes were the original United States mixes as we remember from back in the day. And I love these 2 box sets. These are fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. And I'll put them right over here. So I passed on this because of the mixes. But I have to admit, over time has gone by, enough time's gone by that my affections for wanting the packaging grew. I said, you know, the packaging on these were very plainish and not that great. But on this thing, it's beautiful packaging, and it's in a nice big box set. And I've got them all out, by the way, but it's a little slip sleeve. Well, it won't open right now for me, but it opens up, and you get all the albums, and the packaging is perfect. It's much better than the other ones. You get the inner sleeve reproduced. You get a beautiful cover. I'll show you the first one, Meet the Beatles. Beautiful covers. Replicated, just smaller versions of the original albums. Folks, it's beautiful. You get this wonderful book with it, like a 64-page book, which I'm not going to have time to go through it all with you right now. But I just want to show you that it's beautiful. It talks about each album. It shows some of the promo stuff for Revolver, for Yesterday and Today, Rubber Soul. Just going to show you a few. Help is on the Way. The Beatles Story. I mean, it's beautiful, folks. Beautiful, beautiful book. And I wouldn't have had that unless I got this set. Okay, so I'm going to start going through and showing you the albums a little bit and talk about this one special one you can only get in this box set. So that's another reason why I'm happy to have it. Now, am I any happier with the mixes on these? No, I'm not. If I want to hear the original US versions, I'm going to go to my Beatles Capitol Albums Volume 1 and 2. However, you do get 4 additional CDs in this box set that you could not get on those. So that's another plus. So you get Meet the Beatles. And I'm not going to take them all out, folks, in the interest of time. Meet the Beatles. You get the Beatles' second album. You get A Hard Day's Night. And this is one of the newer ones that you could not get in Capitol Albums Volumes 1 and 2. This is a new one for this special edition. The Beatles US albums. You get something new. There's the album back there, as a matter of fact. Here's the special one you could only get in the box set. You get the Beatles story. Which, yeah, it's not music or anything like that, but it is kind of cool to have on CD, I think. So that's exclusive to this box set. Beatles 65. The early Beatles. Try to cut out the glare as much as I can. Beatles 6, one of my favorites. Help with a gatefold. You get the original gatefold just like the vinyl album. Beautiful. Rubber Soul. And we're getting into some more that were not in the original Capitol Albums Volumes 1 and 2. You get Yesterday and Today, which I showed you in my Yesterday and Today video, with the sticker trunk over. You can put it over the butcher cover if you want. The American Revolver, which isn't one of my favorite albums anymore since John Lennon only gets 2 songs on here. And last but not least, you get the Beatles again, or as it's more commonly known, Hey Jude. Beautiful. Now in every one of them, except for this one, you get the mono and stereo versions. On this, you only get a stereo mix. Okay? So again, folks, that's pretty much it. I didn't want this to be too long. I just want to say I finally broke down because, why? Well, my heart finally softened a little bit and I said I should get it just to have it for my collection, to have them all in one nice package and with the booklet and everything. And plus, the price was cheap. I didn't pay the full price for this thing. The outlet I went to had a sale, and this thing was like a third cheaper than it normally would have been back in the day when it first came out. So I said, well, for that price, I'll grab it just to have it as part of my collection. So I got it, folks. So there you go. I finally gave in. I have it now. I have the Beatles US albums box set. How much I'll listen to it, I don't know. I think I'm going to go to the Capitol albums more so. But, you know, just for that Hey Jude alone and maybe the Beatles story, I'm happy to have it. Okay, that's it, folks. Just a quick one. Want to say hello, show you a little Beatles product that I got, and I'll see you soon. God bless. Bye-bye.